So I made it. I'm in my incredibly nice hotel room, and it's the night before Lilac. And tomorrow afternoon, I'm presenting with Andrew Walsh in the afternoon. Things I'm most looking forward to about the conference are meeting so many people that I've probably known online for years, but meeting for the first time properly. Learning about how information skills are taught around the world. I think especially being in Ireland this year, it's going to add a little bit more of an international flavour to the conference that maybe wasn't there last time I was here in Lilac, which was 2 years ago at Sheffield. I'm also really looking forward to seeing the keynote speakers and some of the talks tomorrow. So I'm going to rest up now, try and get some sleep. First night in a hotel bed is always a bit tricky, but we'll give it a go. And yeah, look forward to tomorrow. So it's the first day and I just had some breakfast and I'm just looking at my calendar, and what a packed morning. Found it. I'm about to go to my first session. Absolutely gorgeous campus.
So today what I hope to begin is giving background information on our course that we do teach, to talk about the new ACRL standards.
Hello, so we're currently in the middle of doing the Lilac game, which is part of the keynote. Myself and Laura, hello, we did win the first bit, but now our team over there are creating something, so hopefully this will be good.
Okay, so the four of them are all wearing sweaters. They're all somewhat of different heights. They're not from Dublin. They're not from around here. And they're librarians who don't like Doctor Who.
So I've just presented. It went well. I was quite pleased with it. We didn't overrun and we had some interesting questions. I've just had a cup of tea. I'm now picking up my cards. I've gone around some of the vendors. Here are the lovely vendors. To be honest, I'm now quite tired. But this afternoon I've got 2 more sessions. And one of them is on using ethnography, so I'm really interested in that, so I'm looking forward to that one. But yeah, good afternoon so far. So, that was the end of day 1. I've had the longest day ever. It's been really great though. I just want to run very quickly what I did, where I went to, my take-homes from the day and my general feel of the conference. So this morning I attended the session on the students run the session, handoff one-shots with the library game by Nyen Tran, Miriam Rigby and Anne Zeben Karpinski. That was a really interesting, quite an interactive session that got us running around the library finding clues, a basic treasure hunt approach, taken I think from the library game. But the biggest thing I got from that was a website that they gave us that had everything really well summed up and explained, and loads of downloads and build your own sessions, and I thought that was a really good take home, so thank you very much guys for that. I will definitely be looking more into that. Also a really easy way of sharing stuff with your colleagues, because you can just direct them straight away to a website. The second one I went to was the one by Eileen Wright on increasing student engagement in information literacy activities. Fantastic session, really engaging speaker. Talked about how using modern draws to students, so using The Day After Tomorrow, which is a film I've never seen, to kind of make students aware of their critical thinking and making decisions based on information given to them. I thought that was a really clever idea, and I really enjoyed that activity. I also really liked the idea that she had of using music videos in order to make students think a little bit more about key concepts, and I also thought that'd be a really good way of introducing them to the idea of keywords and synonyms. So say watching a music video, we watched a video of a fiddle player called Lindsay something. I'd never heard of before, but I really liked her music, so I'll definitely be looking out for that as well. But I thought it'd be interesting to then to maybe say to the students, right, who wrote violin, who wrote fiddle, who wrote instruments, strings, music, whatever. So I thought that'd be quite a cool one to do. And then we had the keynote session, and what can I say about that? What a whirlwind that was. Really interactive, talking about playful learning, using games in libraries, using games in general in learning, and I really, really enjoyed it. I volunteered myself to be part of representing Blue Bomber. Go Blue Bomber. We both won. It was a draw, so it was okay. There's no rivalry anymore. I thought the speakers were fantastic. I thought they explained the key concepts really, really well. It's something that I also know not a lot about, but I'm learning an awful lot about. Working at the University of Huddersfield with Andy as my boss, you kind of have to. And I thought they explained it really well. And the best way of showing how play works is actually by playing, and they did that as well. So yeah, one of the top 10 keynotes I think I've seen, to be honest. Then it was me and Andy's session. If anybody went to that and has got any comments or critiques or questions, then let me know. I'm all ears. I thought it went okay. I was quite chuffed with it. And then finally, I went to a session by Diane Bell on tips for practical research digital literacy provision. Now, I'm not a research librarian, so I was making notes for my research librarian in my institution that I think she's going to really like. It was all about sharing stuff online and sharing good practice and finding out what the researchers are using, how they're sharing their research and all that sort of jazz. And I thought that was really cool. And lastly, my session of the day, what actually happens in an ethnographic investigation of student library use. By Eamon Toole. I had to say as well, if I'm mispronouncing anybody's name wrong, I'm really, really sorry. Eamon Toole, Natalia Tomlin and Kim Mullins. Fantastic session, brilliant speakers. The data they had was just so rich. The project they did was so just vast. I have no idea how they accomplished everything they did, and I was really impressed with it, and I really hope to see more research like that in libraries. So my main take-homes for the day, I have been doing extensive notes throughout, so most of them have been tried to be a little bit more visual in my approach, failing miserably. I think I'm not really a visual person, but what I am doing is every single time that there's a new theme comes up, I am colour-coding it with my fancy stickers, and the main themes so far are, well, playful learning and gamification. I think that's probably going to be something that's prevalent throughout the whole conference. The ACR standards framework and its impact on teaching. And surprisingly enough, the self-teaching and peer-to-peer learning, how that is going on and how that is kind of becoming more and more evident in young people's lives. And I thought that was interesting. In the last session I went to, one of their biggest findings was that YouTube is the second most popular source to go to for learning, next to Google, when they were doing interviews with students from what they would term as freshmen to graduate students, so first year through to postgrads. And then YouTube videos like this, like the ones I do, the second most popular learning tool. There needs to be more stuff on this. That's something that I think is really, really interesting and really important, and it's definitely something that I think quite a lot of people now are doing. And there needs to be more research on how that can how libraries can use that. And also, I have to say, I was absolutely stunned and happy and thrilled to be among so many interesting and varied international voices. I've never really been to an international conference before. This is probably the first time I've been in a conference with the amount of people who aren't from the UK as there are. I'm loving it. I'm loving hearing about how they do things differently in America, but it's so different around the world. They don't charge for interlibrary loans, and it's amazing. And there's all these different projects and credit-bearing modules and research and time and money, and it's just a different world. Clearly, it's a huge, massive, beautiful world of libraries, and I love it. So I'm having a really, really good day. I'm really pumped. I'm really looking forward to the network evening. I'm not going to do any more filming today because I just want to chill. But I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I hope that everybody else has had as fantastic a day as I have. I've got my Barry's tea. Got me tea. And I've got me potatoes. I love potatoes. They need to have some rock shandy though. That better be in the packs tomorrow. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good night.